I just got done watching Invincible Season 2, which was pretty good.
I don't know how, but I think this is better than the first one. Now, don't get me wrong. I really did like the first one. However, Invincible Season 2 accomplishes a lot more world building, a lot more big plot lines. I kept going week by week, but Invincible really got me hooked. I watched Invincible Season 1 more in big binges, as I was still new to it and didn't really know if I would like it. To go into Invincible Season 2, I will say I'm absolutely hooked. I love this series. Every episode seems to be able to sort of top and surprise you. Not to get too heavily into spoilers yet, we will be talking a little bit about this. So if you haven't seen Invincible Season 1 or 2, I recommend doing that right now. So let me just tell you what I thought about Season 2 as it stands. It absolutely landed, and I really was brought into Mark's character journey, to everyone's individual arcs. Everything was pretty good. Even Donald kind of really pulled me in with his weird thing being different. Wasn't really hooked at first, but when he did the thing, it was pretty good. The Guardians were fine. I didn't really like them at first because they were just mess ups. However, when they keep building on this stuff, building and adding these little moments that you could tell are going to pay off down the line, as well as bits and pieces here now that are so emotionally gripping, I was not at all bored at any episode. I was looking forward to each individual little bit. However, there were some bits, some jokes, I'm like, please go on with it. Please stop. There were some pieces of the story where I'm like, I don't really care about this. I'm bored. I will have to pull some things up, but for keeping things low spoilery, I will just say to some of the episodes, but overall, the majority of the big moments really hit me. Now, one bad thing, of course, the animation break they took, which is for a lot of different reasons people say. However, even though they completely killed momentum, I was even more hooked upon watching the episode after the break. The show will definitely be better on a rewatch because of how split up it was. Season 1, I don't really think it's a good rewatch. I don't know why, but I just think it's more meh compared to the second season, at least on individual moments. The arcs are a little bit better in the Season 2 than Season 1. There's one really other big criticism. This is more of a review part. However, I do want to talk a little bit about this show because of how much it's influenced me in the past few months, is that I really think the animation in the entire series is really not working that well. I think the performances they're given do not match the level of animation that should be present. I just feel like it's very stilted. It's very basic. I don't think they have enough money. But anyways, so some of how I felt about this season was amazing. Better than the first. The first season had a great mystery. This season has a great arc for Mark. That rhymes. And again, the world building is incredible. And to review the first season, amazing. Great introduction. Brutal scenes. Father and son dynamic was definitely the highlight of the first season. However, the world building is miles better in the second season. Spoiler. Alright, now let's get right into it. So, go away, watch the show. Starting right off the bat, the final episode with not Spider-Man, I mean Agent Spider. We all love Agent Spider. I mean, come on, he's a great character. Let's go. But yes, the multiverse and everything with the multiverse is pretty fun, honestly. Just a fun little tension builder. The dinosaur world was fun. Angstrom Levi was amazing in the voice actor. Did a great job.
You did this! I was gonna save the world. All of them!
You need help. Let me just...
I had help! I had the best doctors in a dozen dimensions. They saved my life, rebuilt my body, but even they couldn't fix this! So now, I'll always have a reminder of you and what you did.
I'm absolutely enamored. The level of gore, the level of emotion, really good stuff. Let's just go right into the big one, which was the Guardians, who were left on Earth while the other Guardians went into space. Now that whole subplot with them was them going to space. It was tense. However, everything with Rexplode, Duplicate, Shrinking Ray, horrific. I would say that I wasn't blown away by the big moment. I was kind of spoiled with Shrinking Ray blowing up. Not really. They're still alive. However, with Rex, I was not really into him as a person in the first season. In the second season, I love everything about him, and especially when his head was blown out and he got right back up. I was screaming and yelling. That was really cool. I just really love how they dealt with Rex this season, and especially his trauma after, with him sort of trying to get back into things. It's cool. I can tell I'm gonna really like Rex as it continues on. I thought he was dead. I didn't really read I haven't read the comics. And then when he was still alive, I was like, oh, well, that's amazing. To be less enthusiastic and more soft-spoken, I do want to put out, I really love Omni-Man, his character. He's a piece of shit. At least in the first season, he's a piece of crap. However, as you go on, he becomes not less of a shitty person, but more of a, you get to see inside of him, how he feels. And he begins to grow empathy. And I really love the last line he has in the final episode, how he's going to miss his wife. That made me feel kind of sad for him. And I really do love J.K. Simmons' performance. Speaking of performances, Steven Yeun as Mark is beautiful. I truly was just blown away by how he has his mental breakdown in the final episode.
I'll never let hurt my family.
As well as just little funny moments he does, he really brought his character from the first season up to a very good level to be this complete focus at this point in time. Although he was a focus in the first season, I'm saying he's more of a focus in the second season. They do a really good job with him. And Amber, with the breakup, I was really surprised. I didn't really like Amber in the first season. I didn't really care for her, like most people. However, I do think they absolutely redeemed her. If you could say that, I don't really think she needed to be redeemed. She wasn't awful. She was just meh. She absolutely had a great little arc with the character of Anissa showing up and like threatening to murder her. Pretty crazy. Surprised me. Fun stuff. Everything with Anissa, the Viltrumites, pretty great. I really liked how they've brought in that level of world building, how they've been like, Omni-Man isn't gonna, the threat now. The Viltrumites are the threat, how they're going out and explaining how the Viltrumites are this huge threat. It feels very natural. It feels very engaging. I actually really plan to dabble in the books now. And Seth Rogen's performances as Alan was pretty fun. He does a pretty good fun performance as Seth Rogen. Now, he actually does give pretty unique delivery for Seth Rogen, which is pretty cool. And finally, Adam Eve, all the other people, Cecil, they do great performances. Their characters are fun. Adam Eve's relationship with Mark is pretty cool. I really like how it's been built up, and I really like the future bit. Finally, the ending has much less build up, much less setup than the first seasons. However, I would say it's still very conclusive, and I feel it tells a sort of conclusive arc. However, I really hope the third season does not take a millennium for it to come out. Anyways, it was a fun talk about Invincible, aka the show with Ancient Spider-Man. Ancient Spider, which makes it the better show of all time. Yep, this is true. All right, enough talking. Great time talking about Invincible. Have a good one. Bye-bye.